Hello, young ladies and men. You guys are becoming great writers, and I'm sorry for the delay in getting this to you. For Halloween Roll a Story, I wanted to tell you how to get started with your beginning, your middle, and your end, and start thinking that way. I know we've been working on doing essays, well, I should say summaries, and I just wanted to take a break because we've done so much research. You guys are doing really well with finding your main idea and details. I thought we'd make a real fun break, especially with Halloween coming up. So, all of us in class, and those of you remotely, have rolled a story. You've chosen a character, a time, a place, and a conflict, a what. So, my who is my ghost. My when is during a rainstorm. Oops, I can spell rainstorm. And my where is a graveyard. And my what is it's something, something or someone is missing. So what I need to think about is I need to think about my beginning, how I'm going to begin my story, what's going to be in the middle, the bulk and the meat of my story, and the ending. If you think about a book, the beginning of a book is usually, the beginning, it usually takes about a chapter or two to get the story going. In the middle, that's the meat of it. That's the bulk of everything. That tells you how things started and what happened. And sometimes there's a rising, climax and then a falling climax. And everything you're learning in reading class with Miss Albright, you're going to be applying in this type of a writing assignment. Okay? And so we're going to take those ideas and we're going to make that into our middle. What's going on and all the details in there. And details, like we've been finding in our stories, the details are in the middle. The ending is how it ends. How did it, did we solve the problem? Did we create another problem? Did somebody, rescue them, or what's going on? So I'm going to use my ideas of I rolled a ghost during a rainstorm in a graveyard, and something or someone is missing. And so the general thoughts I was thinking, just kind of brainstorming, was that in the graveyard, maybe a tombstone is missing, or I could have somebody missing from the grave, and the ghost's job is to find them, or maybe the ghost is the person that was missing. So I have a lot of different ways I can go with this. So for my beginning, I'm just going to do in all caps here so you can see it. The beginning, this is how my story is going to begin. And I think in the beginning, I think I'm going to go with the idea of the ghost is just kind of flying or walking through the graveyard, and they see a tombstone is missing, and maybe the whole tomb is missing. There's just a hole in the ground, and so that's what's going to be looking for. Okay, so the beginning is going to be the ghost, and I'm just going to say the ghost is flying around. I just got to get him there, flying around. He's at the graveyard, and see how I'm not using whole sentences. I'm just kind of giving phrases. Ghost is flying around at the graveyard, and he is. I have to incorporate the rainstorm somehow, but maybe I'll put that in a little bit later. How it starts to rain and it maybe washes away something. So, but I'm going to begin with the ghost is flying around the graveyard, and he notices a grave missing. He notices a gravestone missing. So maybe just a gravestone. I don't want to get too scary here. A gravestone is missing. So then the middle, I'm going to have to tell the story about how the stone disappeared. And I want to think of my keywords are what happens next. So it's kind of like if I'm sitting there next to you and I'm whispering in your ear, tell me what happened next, tell me what happened next, tell me what happened next. And I keep asking you, that's how you tell a story. And so it's there's no magic to it. It's just making sure you don't leave out the details. And so your reader says, what? I don't understand. You want them to be able to understand everything. So the middle of my story is going to be stuff like I'm going to need to tell how the gravestone disappeared. I need to tell that. I need to also tell maybe whose grave was it? Maybe that's going to be important. I may have to tell about that. Whose grave was it? What's the ghost going to do? What is the ghost going to do? Does the ghost are there any friends that the ghost is going to call? Does he call Ghostbusters? Just being silly. But I want to think about that. Is maybe, you know, who else is going to be involved? Who else is involved? And now the end. Now I have to think about how am I going to end this story? Am I going to have the ghost solving this problem of this missing tombstone? Or will it, you know, will he, well, I have to solve the problem. So that's the problem, is the missing tombstone. So I have to solve it. So he's going to find it. And, do I want to have him find it in the, you know, from somebody took it and he found it from that person, or maybe it was toppled over and somebody moved it and put it over, you know, put it over somebody else's tomb. I don't know, but, so I want to think about that is how I'm going to end it. So I'm going to say he finds the gravestone. Oops, not the grove, the gravestone. And I want to kind of jot down what I'm thinking about how he's going to find it. And I think he's going to find it maybe with I'm trying to think. You know, I think he's going to find it. It's been moved. It was moved to another, maybe another tomb, and that's going to go into, maybe he finds a buddy there or something. I don't know, but I don't want to have too much action and too many storylines going in my story. I want one story about this ghost and how he finds the gravestone is missing, and such. Oh, you know, in the middle, I need to get that rain in there. So maybe the rain, oops, sorry, I'm doing too much here. Maybe the rain, it's raining and it washes away the dirt, and you can see that the tomb is actually empty too. Raining and washes away dirt to see the actual gravesite. I don't know, maybe that could be good. And you know what? This is not meaning I have to do this in my story. I can not do this if I want to. When I start writing, I might say, I don't want to do it. But basically what we're doing is we're putting together a kind of like an outline. You might hear the word outline. We're putting down our ideas so that we know where to go with our story. If I just take out a piece of paper and I start writing, I might go way off the deep end on something, or I may leave out a ton of information and leave my reader wondering what went on. And so this helps me to know where I'm going with it. And can I change it as I go? Absolutely. Okay, so this is all we're going to do for today, and this is all that's expected of you for this week. Okay, and next week we're going to actually start writing, and I will put a video up as to how to start writing that. Okay, have a good one, and always email me if you have any questions.